Like a Little Rascals clubhouse, no girls allowed. But let's face it, no girls were coming anyways. It's Spare Time Talks with Ian and Craig.
Welcome back to another Spare Time Talks, and there's a simple reason why we're doing this.
I'm sad. I'm sad about it.
We're going to get into detail, but the simple version of why we're doing another one is because we have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
We don't have a camera.
Nope. I mean, we were going to do another episode regardless, but...
Yeah. And we had a specific goal tonight, and that goal was to do a Let's Play.
We failed miserably.
It's because we have old computers.
Yeah, mine's 7 years old.
Mine's 10 to 12 years old.
It's sad.
So Ian's going to be playing video games while we do this. It's going to be a first for us.
Yeah, because I still want to play something. I just don't know what right now. Like, I wanted to do Red Dead Redemption if we were going to be doing a Let's Play. Like, we were going to do a couple different games.
Yeah.
I thought doing that would be cool. I actually thought Dead Rising 3 would be a cool one.
Oh, that would be a really cool one.
And then maybe something platformy, 2D, like Super Meat Boy or Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm. Rayman is platformy, isn't it?
Yeah, that would... Dude, I'm super far in that game.
Really?
Super far. Do we even have a topic for this episode, Craig?
No.
Okay.
I was thinking we could just bullshit while we play. And this is also not only going to be a podcast, but just to see how we talk to each other while a game is playing in the same room.
So I still haven't picked anything yet.
Yeah, pick anything, man.
I need something that's not going to be, like, story heavy. Because the volume's going to be low on it.
Alright, play Minecraft.
Not playing Minecraft. I was trying to build a house and then I got pissed off. Maybe I should beat this. I'm so close to the end.
Sonic CD.
Oh, and it's so bad. Like, compared to the other Sonic games, like, this is just horrible. Like, I'd almost put it on the level of, like, Sonic Boom or Sonic Rise of Lyric or, like, all those...
What's the one where he turns into a werewolf?
Oh, I don't even remember what that one's called. It's like Sonic Nightmare.
Sonic's, it has something to do with night or moon.
Yeah.
Night Moon, that's it.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Did you ever see the... Did you ever see the Made game that someone made?
Yeah.
Like,
Sonic.exe or something?
It's, like, so weird.
Yeah.
And, like, you have, like, a camera and stuff, and you're doing weird things, and...
Yeah, you're, like, filming a porn or something like that.
Yeah, at one point. Yeah, it's so messed up. See, I'm like... I only have one Chaos Emerald, though. I suck at collecting Chaos Emeralds.
The graphics look pretty much the same as the older games.
Yeah, but they're less. Like, I feel like there's, there's... Everything's very much the same colors.
Yeah.
Like, there's no variation.
So basically, they upped the frame rate, but had to downgrade the...
And then you can go into the past or the future, and it changes it that way.
Really?
Yeah. Like, the board changes. See? So I went into the past.
Oh, that's why it's all grassy?
Yeah. Ah! Oh, I thought I was going to die there. Probably should have died there.
So if there was a topic to talk about, what would it be?
I don't know. I'm just going in circles now. Like, what the heck am I supposed to do?
Did we ever divulge the information on why we don't have our camera right now? Or why we're not making regular episodes?
It's strictly because my brother has our camera. Well, your camera.
Well, it's not like it's his fault. We left it there.
Oh, yeah. It's totally our fault.
Maybe if we didn't get drunk every single day we were there.
I think
we would have had a little bit more.
We would have forgot it.
We would have had a little bit more brain cells to remember that we had a camera.
Dude, I'm totally stuck.
So you never have this problem with Mario.
No, you don't. Oh, okay. Apparently I could just walk through. And for those who can't see, it was blocking me, but then all of a sudden didn't block me.
What was blocking you?
The wall.
Okay, you didn't say that though.
Whatever. You didn't say it.
Mm-mm.
This game is bullshit. Oh, no, I got these stupid little things chasing me. What are they doing?
I could never get into Sonic.
Oh, dude, I love Sonic.
I don't know if it was just because I grew up on Nintendo, or just like you have to go so fast.
Well, some of those, some of those childhood memories that come to me with me and my brother that we kind of talked about on his podcast. This is one of them. Playing Sonic with my brother. Like we got a Sega Genesis for Christmas one year, and I got a Sonic game.
Did you guys freak out like they do on the?
No, it wasn't anything too severe. But I got a Sonic game. My brother got F-22, which was a sweet game.
Oh, I love that game. They had it for the Super Nintendo also.
Yeah. And then my sister got some, I don't know, some gender proper...
Barbie goes to the mall.
Yeah, something like that.
So
like gender appropriate.
For that time.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Because there's no gender appropriate.
No, nothing. If you're... Yeah, no.
So
we're not even getting into it.
How do you ever beat this level if all you do is go into past and the future, back and forth?
I don't know, Craig. I gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
I gotta go in the immortal words of Ricky Bobby.
So,
Gotta go fast.
Well, that's what Sonic says too. Gotta go fast.
I don't know. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to this game. I think it's like, why does that happen?
The back and forth in the same.
Yeah.
You know what I always thought was weird?
Like, I don't want to. No, stop. Oh my gosh. No, but me and my brother used to play a shit ton of Sonic.
Oh my god.
I am stuck. Oh, there we go. And we went through and beat like Sonic and Knuckles with Sonic 3. Because you remember Sonic and Knuckles, you could put the other Sonic games on top of it. No, you don't, because you didn't have a Sega.
No.
You bitch.
I don't know that.
But it was awesome. How do I get up there?
But real quick, one thing I always thought was weird is why is Sonic into chili dogs?
I don't know. I think that was something made up by the cartoon.
You think?
Yeah, I don't think that's... I've never seen it in game.
Okay.
So the third level, though, in this game, why it's stupid is the boss... Oh. But the boss fights are typically pretty stupid in this game. Oh, I think I suck at this one. This is the one where I gotta race him.
And who's
I
him?
guess I have beaten this game.
Who's him for the listeners?
Oh, I'm sorry. Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic.
Screw you, Metal Sonic.
So you know what would be great? It'd be great if our viewers would give us any sort of feedback on anything we do.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, we don't have to get into complaints about it.
No, I'm not complaining. I just really want to know, is this podcast worth doing?
I think it's worth doing if we want to do it. Let's put it that way.
I just feel like we could probably put our time into other things if something's not working.
What other... you mean just specifically the podcast aspect of things?
Yeah. Not our channel.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Well, that's what I kind of wanted to do the Let's Play was so that maybe we could have... Like, we would be able to evolve past the podcast and... You know, we wouldn't need the podcast because we're doing the Let's Play.
True.
And the Let's Play, you know, is our...
But I kind of
is
feel
our
like,
podcast.
I kind of feel like our podcast, we get to be personal, and we get to talk about issues that maybe we deal with in our own personal life.
Yeah, I can see that.
And you can't really do that with anything else because you don't have to be entertaining in a podcast. It's just two people having a conversation.
You have to be entertaining enough to engage, like, so the audience enjoys what you're doing. If that makes sense.
Well, I think podcasts are geared towards people who just enjoy conversation.
I'm dead. I'm so dead. How did I live?
This is why
Oh, I'm so dead.
This is why I was kind of anti about playing the video game. WoW.
Yeah, I get that. I don't even want to play this game anymore. And yeah, it did distract me.
Yeah.
So yeah, this would definitely be more entertaining though if someone could see us playing this, as opposed to me just playing something. Oh, you can always cut stuff out though.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's ready to start.
Nice.
No, it's not. No, I think the podcast is worth doing though. I like doing it.
I like doing it, but what I was trying to say while you were distracted.
It's like focusing our energy on something else.
No.
Oh,
I
sorry.
moved past that actually.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got really distracted.
No,
My bad.
I was saying, I think podcasts are geared towards people who just enjoy conversation.
Okay.
Do you kind of see that?
I get that.
Like, it
yeah.
doesn't have to be constantly entertaining like our normal channel. Or
No, but and I think a lot of it is the people that our audience currently. A lot of people in our
listening group?
people who listen to us or watch us in our audience, the attention span isn't there to sit down and listen to a podcast because it's not something they've ever really done before.
That's true.
Me personally, I only listen to podcasts when I'm on my way to work, and that's because I have such a long drive to work.
Yeah.
You listen to podcasts when? Like, what are you doing when you listen to a podcast?
Usually painting.
Okay,
Or
so
doing comics.
so it's some type of activity, not necessarily leisure activity, but something where your mind, you're doing one thing, but your mind can be focused on something else, or vice versa. And for most people, I feel like if they are going to be doing something like that, they're listening to music or something of that nature. Like, I think a lot of people look at our podcast, especially with it being on YouTube, and this is something that we need to change. Because it's, I'm not saying it still can't go up on YouTube,
Yeah.
but I think we're not going to gain traction on YouTube with
yeah.
it. It needs to go on Stitcher.
At least not the
Like,
podcast crew.
It needs to go where people are looking for a podcast.
Yeah.
People aren't looking for a podcast on YouTube. They're looking for it on Stitcher, iTunes, all that stuff. And that's where ours needs to go. But also looking at it with, like, a lot of people that we know, like, they're looking at it like they have to, they have to set aside time
Yeah.
to listen or watch something. When it's not even about that, or it's not even about finding the time. You have the time.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people have time where they're doing something that they could listen to a podcast. I'm pretty sure most people on a daily basis have time like that. Where they're doing dishes, making dinner, going for a walk, working out, driving somewhere. And you have to enjoy it. The conversation has to be engaging. You have to enjoy what you're listening to.
Yeah.
If you don't if you're gonna listen to a band, are you gonna listen to a band you don't like?
No.
So then you're not gonna listen to a podcast you don't like.
That's true. But
But it's not. I'm not saying people don't like our podcasts, just because of the amount of views we've had on them. I think it's a whole different monster, is what it is, Craig.
yeah.
Like, you look at the time it takes for someone to listen to that first episode, that first official episode of our podcast, and you're looking at 40 minutes. You look at our average video length of something we do, where it's, it's not just the ears that are engaged, but it's the eyes are engaged as well. Average length of that is probably about 10 minutes. Average length.
Yeah.
Like, our longest video is obviously longer than 10 minutes, but our average length of video is only about 10 minutes. Most people have 10 minutes. They'll take 10 minutes to watch that. They're not going to take 40 minutes.
At least they used to. Yeah.
They still do.
Well,
I think you're thinking of it. I get it that people, like, we don't have the views that we were getting initially. And there's a reason behind that, and I've talked to you about that reason.
Yeah.
And I think that's not what we need to be worried about, though. I don't care how many people listen to us or watch us. That's not why I do this. And I think those things come if we can stop focusing on it, as opposed to trying to change what we're doing to try and gear it towards the views. Real recognize real, right?
What?
Like if we start changing what we're doing to accommodate and get more views and things like that, then we're not being real, and it's not going to happen.
Well, statistically, you get more views by the more content you put out.
Exactly.
I don't think it's the content we're making. It's the content. It's the timely content.
Yeah, we don't have a set schedule on what we're doing. That's one big problem. That's one of our biggest issues, is time frame of content and when we're putting things out.
But it's also the issue of the viewer, because we were brought up to go by a schedule. All shows were set on a schedule.
Yeah, that's our biggest problem, is not having any type of schedule and not releasing things on a schedule. Like, and it's something that, I wanted to push for when we initially started, but I realized how difficult that can be, especially when life moves. So that's our fault.
Yeah.
That's definitely 100% our fault. That is probably 100% of the reason for viewership fall off. Outside of, and I've already talked to you about this, our initial viewership was a lot higher because it was something new.
Yeah.
I knew that we were going to drop, and we didn't drop nearly as much as I thought we were going to drop. Because people saw what we were doing initially. We promoted it a lot harder. They were like, oh, what's this? Now people know what it is. They know if they're going to like it or not. And they're either going to watch it or they're not. So a lot of people that initially watched what we were doing wasn't necessarily our audience. Wasn't necessarily people that were going to watch from start all the way to finish when we're finally done with this.
Yeah.
Whenever that day comes, there's only going to be a few people that watched us from the beginning that watch us all the way to the end.
One being Sean.
Yeah.
That being said, though, back to what I was saying earlier, if those people, those loyal spare timers, if they would just engage with us,
some of them
that
do.
would help
a lot of them do.
By just teasing us, that's fun. I like that.
What are you talking about, teasing us?
I can't think of an example, but it's never constructive. I never learned anything from a comment.
You're never going to.
I mean,
the fact that you think that you're going to learn something from a from a comment is here's your biggest lesson right now. Here's something to learn. You're never going to learn constructive criticism from a comment on a YouTube page. You're going to hear it in person, and that's it.
That's true. I think reason why I crave that is because you go to art school for 6 years and you're always getting feedback on what you're putting out.
Yeah, not going to happen. You gave us feedback on our last video, and I almost wanted to get rid of it. Because they all say, you had 3 comments of all 3 Craig Lashaw Jr. And I'm like, oh, God, what are you're like Craig Stratton liking his own statuses on Facebook.
But it did come from 3 different channels. Just so happens I have 3 different channels.
Yeah, I get that. It was 4 different channels, but 2 of them say Craig Lashaw Jr.
No, one's just a Zombie Turtle and the other's just
No, they say Craig Lashaw Jr.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you right now.
While you're looking that up, I just want to make a quick note. Speaking of podcasts being too long for video, we're not going 40 minutes today.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'm good with that.
I may go 25 minutes.
Half hour.
Half hour?
We'll lock it in a half hour.
All right.
We got a lot more views on this than I thought we would. And granted...
5 of them were from me.
Yeah, probably. Craig Lashaw Jr., Craig Lashaw.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
And Craig Lashaw.
Why didn't those come up as the channel
I
names?
don't know, Craig. Because YouTube, I don't know.
Delete those.
No, leave them up there forever.
You live, you learn.
But, I didn't expect. All right, so let me put this in perspective for you.
Mm-hmm.
Look at one of the top YouTube channels on YouTube.
Okay.
Look at either Good Mythical Morning or Game Grumps or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds of thousands of views on their videos.
Yeah.
Okay. A fraction of those are likes and dislikes. So there's only a fraction of that audience that's going to hit that like and dislike button. First off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't even do it. I don't hit like or dislike. I'm one of those people.
When it's something I really like, I'm like, dang, I'll hit it.
Okay, exactly. Okay. So a good majority of the people that do like it are probably like whores.
Yeah, that's true.
So, okay.
Or common horse.
So, okay, here's my next point.
I feel like I'm too close to you.
All right, here's my next point. That's
Yeah.
fine. Look at how. So you go 100,000 views, or okay, let's break it down. This 100,000 views, 10,000 likes, and dislikes combined, however many, whatever, and then maybe 100 comments, or maybe a few hundred comments.
Yeah, there's like 300 usually.
Okay. So, to put that in perspective, we get last video,
Yeah.
19 views, 4 likes and dislikes, and then no natural comments, all Craig Latshaw comments.
Mm-hmm.
The breakdown is right. The breakdown is there,
Yeah.
and that's how it's going to be until you get into those upper echelons of views.
That's
and
true. Yeah, I never
So-
thought of that actually.
So I mean, but that's my point. Like, I'm not worried about that stuff. I mean, that's why I don't stress about it. And I get your point of view of being an artist and always being critiqued.
Yeah.
But you're not even going to get critiqued there. You're going to get people calling you a fucking faggot. Pardon my language. Like, that's what you're going to get.
Pardon your old school language.
Yeah. You fucking douche. It's like you're going to get trolls.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get feedback that's going to be nice if and when we ever make it into those upper echelon. You might get some nice comments, but even that's the lying feedback.
You know what's funny? My family didn't even know we had a YouTube channel.
That's fine.
Isn't that kind of funny?
Yeah, that is. Did you tell your family?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I told my family. I make my mom watch. Like, I'll make her watch.
Going back, this is going to be kind of a segue, but also going back to something we talked about earlier about the Podcast First YouTube channel. First Let's Play.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, here's my personal opinion. You could turn it down if you could have your own opinion on it.
Yeah.
I really feel like we may get somewhere podcasting because YouTube right now is so commercial and oversaturated, and with the whole YouTube Red coming out, pay to watch,
Yeah.
we're gonna go nowhere.
On YouTube?
Yeah, and podcasting is still independent enough to where you could still make something out of it.
Well, we also... Alright, so here's what I'll say to that. YouTube show, there's nothing in there that someone would search and possibly stumble upon. Podcast on YouTube. There's nothing in our podcast or in our titles that someone's going to search and stumble upon our podcast. Here's what I'll say about the Let's Plays. And this is one of the reasons, aside from wanting to go back and play Red Dead Redemption because I've never beaten it.
Yeah.
I've gotten close. It is so relevant right now. Probably as relevant as it has been since it came out. Like, it is one of the most relevant video games right now.
Yeah.
Out of all the video games out there. It's when the backwards compatibility finally broke free on Xbox One. I think I already told you this. Its sales jumped 6,000%.
Yeah.
I wanted to play that, not just because I wanted to play it, but because it is relevant enough that if we put it in a Let's Play, and people start looking for those Red Dead Redemption walkthroughs or those Red Dead Redemption Let's Plays because they're trying to get back into playing it or aren't sure if they want to get back into playing it. There's your chance of gaining click traffic.
Yeah.
Outside of Facebook, outside of Twitter, whatever it is we're doing, there's your chance. And who knows? Like, our percentage of traffic onto our channel through clicking through YouTube is almost non-existent.
Yeah. But it's also because you need 300 views an episode to be on a search bar.
Yeah.
They call it the 300 Club.
Yeah.
Which big YouTubers automatically get without the views. YouTube gives them 300 views.
Oh, yeah.
But that's nor here nor there. My question now, because of what you just said, what do you feel like the regular Spare Time channel has? You were saying the podcast has nothing, no relevant clicking.
I said neither. Same with the Spare Time channel itself.
Gotcha.
Like the show.
Yeah.
The closest we got was with 90s.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the most relevant thing that could have gotten us.
And what was weird was we didn't even do that on purpose, but we put it out the same week. A lot of other channels are doing 90s stuff.
Yeah, but we did it before a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like, we did it before Good Mythical Morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still am convinced that they're going to our channel, and I still haven't looked.
Mm-hmm.
And they're taking... Okay, so there's three examples now where they have done something right after we did something.
That's true.
And it's the paint off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I forgot about that one.
It's the
hot sauce.
Hot sauce. And now it's the 90s.
Yeah.
They have done 3 things that we have done. And look at the dates, people. If you don't believe me, none of you probably care.
No, they don't.
But it's all their 3 videos came out within a week after our videos came out of those things. Well, maybe not maybe not the hot sauce one. The hot sauce one might have been Stevie was going back in time on our channel.
That's the thing, though. You don't know where they get all their content from.
No, you don't. It could be 100% coincidence.
Either that, or they do have like 5 or 10 YouTube channels that they take content from and just make it better.
But I highly doubt we would be good enough to be one of those 5 channels.
I think we're really good
I think we're really good too.
for having nothing. Like we're
Oh yeah,
poor
we
people.
are great amateurs right now.
Yeah, and we're really
Heck
good
yeah.
at being an amateur.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get to that next one.
Okay, now going to the Let's Play thing. One of my favorite channels is Super Mega, but both of them had they both had skit comedy channels,
Yeah.
and they both said we never got the views we did then that we do now. And I'm thinking that's because like gaming channels are the most viewed channels on YouTube.
Oh yeah. It still doesn't make me not want to do a Let's Play.
Yeah, well that's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, and
what
then-
if we got the views we want to do in Let's Play? Would we get banned and everything else? We'd have to.
No, we wouldn't have to.
You don't think?
No, if anything, it'd make it so much easier for us to do the other things that we want to do.
Yeah, I guess. We'd probably might take a hiatus so that we could, keep building that viewership.
I mean, we're talking about things that are just so hypothetical
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
definitely.
Yeah. Like, I don't have delusions of grandeur. Like, we're ever going to be anything amazing. It would be nice if,
If our content would be shared, we would get it.
I think so.
It comes down to sharing.
I think my question is, and this is what I want to find out, is how it's viewed from the outside. Because if you look at who watches our stuff,
By family and friends.
it's all inside. People who are inside our bubble.
Well,
Not too many outside.
There was a outskirt of the bubble, but still touching the bubble, of one of our friends' boyfriends who watch our show that we don't know who that guy is.
Wait, who?
No names, but we talked to him in Vintage.
Oh, that wasn't her boyfriend, I don't think. Was it?
Yeah, it was her boyfriend.
Oh, wow. I didn't know she was dating anyone. Anyway.
But I mean, that's still on the surface of the bubble.
Yeah, it's someone who knew us.
Yeah.
and that was clearly shared from someone.
That's true.
Well, but even I wouldn't even consider her really in the bubble.
Like I said, on the outside, touching the bubble.
Yeah.
Because she was a friend of a friend.
Yeah. She was one of my cousin's best friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, were you thinking of someone else's?
Yeah.
Oh. No, she's like one of my cousins. That's how I met her. I never met her from our friend.
Yeah.
I met her from my cousin.
Bottom line, though, her boyfriend loves the show.
Yeah, especially
And
the...
those 3 people who love our show, who really love our show, I feel so bad we haven't made anything for them.
Yeah.
And I don't think they like the podcast. I barely like the podcast.
I liked the last episode we did. I didn't hate, but I didn't like the first topic as much.
Yeah.
I loved, like, it
When
wasn't...
we did time travel.
That was fun.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. Like, this is going to be awful. Sorry.
No, it probably is. That being said, we should end it now.
Is it
31 minutes.
All right. Well, I had so much more to say, and that's unfortunate. But
Leave
hey,
it in the comments.
No. Yeah. So I guess that wraps it up. Thank you. If you would, please like, comment, and subscribe.
And Thanksgiving is your spare time.
Oh, God damn it. That was stupid.